up everyone, Smiley Teachers here, and as you can see from the caption, today's video is an interesting lesson plan for present perfect. So if you haven't seen my face before, this is Smiley Teacher, and if you want to stick around for interesting activities and lesson plans, please make sure that you have subscribed. So let's dive in. So in today's video, I'm gonna take you through all the stages that you are going to take your students with you. So one of the things that is very important is to have lead-in. Lead-in is designed to generate a student's interest. So whatever the topic is or whatever the lesson, it can be skill lesson or it can be grammar, whatsoever it is about the language, we are going to build the interest for the students to make sure that they are engaged in the class. So usually in the leading stage, you can take your student through watching a video. So for the video that I have chosen is this one, that this guy has traveled 197 countries. So because the video takes like 32 minutes, we are going to make sure that maybe students gonna watch 10 minutes or maybe 20 countries enough. So whenever you are showing a video, displaying a video, make sure that you have a question. By having questions in your lessons, it means that you make sure that your students are engaged. So one of the questions that I have asked them, so one thing that you need to bear in mind, please make sure that you have watched the video beforehand, because you need to make sure that, okay, so the level of the video is related to the students, or maybe it's too difficult for B1. This lesson is designed for B1 students. So the first question that I have asked them is, how many different countries did you see on this video and which one would you like to visit? And the other question, which one he thought was boring? So first you are going to display the questions. They can take note, you can ask them to take notes, and then when they have watched it, you can put them in pairs. First of all, always we are going to handle the classes like this. We are going to have pair activity, like pair discussion. So you two together, talk about it, share your ideas, they're gonna share it, and then we are going to have the whole class feedback together. So in the whole class feedback that you are going to have a feedback from the video that they have watched, you are going to ask 1, 2, 3 students to make sure that they have understood whatsoever it was, and you're gonna talk about it. So when you're done with your YouTube video, this is the time for presentation. As you can see, the second stage gonna be presentation of meaning, form, and pronunciation. This is usually how we teach the language. So whenever you are going to teach the language, so this is usually you can take your students through. So I'm gonna again ask some questions to engage the students, and then I'm going to show them some picture. By the way, I have all of these materials in my website that you can download them for your classes for free, and you don't need to spend a lot of time designing your lesson plans and PowerPoints. So this is the question that I'm going to ask. Where do you think these places are? What am I doing? So it usually goes like this one. I'm gonna show them the picture. I don't have the name of the places here, so I'm gonna show them, okay, number 1, so this is me and this is my sister. And usually when you show your own pictures, it's more fascinating for them, I would say. So they're gonna just guess, and then I'm gonna, what happened? Okay, and then I'm gonna say like, okay, this is Thailand, Dubai. By the way, the second picture is not me, and Malaysia, and the fourth one is Turkey. So when they guess, say okay, nice. And then, as I said, for the presentation that we said, first of all, we are going to show them the meaning. So the meaning, it means that we are going to have one marker sentence. what is the marker sentence? Sentence is the sentence that you are going to show them for the first time as the lesson that you have designed. Like, this is the present perfect about experience. I have been to 4 different countries. So because it was like 4 different countries, so I show them that I have been to 4 different countries. So we are not going to write or make it how would I put, make it complicated for them by showing a lot of marker sentence. A marker sentence is one, always is 1 or 2, and you are going to show them I have been to 4 different countries, and then they're gonna realize that this one was about the experience. And then you're going to show them about the negative. Always we are going to have the negative form as our second marker sentence. So then I'm going to show them China, and they say, did you see China in my countries that I have been to? And probably they're gonna say no, we haven't seen. Or usually they say no, we didn't see, because they are not familiar with present perfect yet, and it's better to have your CCQs or ICQs with another language like simple past or whatsoever, but not the language that you are teaching, because it is the first time that they are encountering with. So about the second part that you are going to say, okay, so I have never been to China. I have never been to China. So you can tell them that you are going to easily use never, and then you're going to tell them that, okay, also, then right now you can use your whiteboard and write down that I haven't been to China as another example for negative form. So in this case, we are still in the presentation part or stage. So right now we are going to talk about the form. So we are going to tell our students, okay, so for me, I need to use I plus have plus past participle of the verb. How about you? What do you think about you? So they're gonna guess, and you're gonna help them. And you can tell them that, how about she? How about he? Make sure that they have understood that which one they are going to use. So which auxiliary they are going to use, so has or have. And then when you are done with that you have showed them, like you can write them on the board simply. And when you're done with that, this stage about the pronunciation is very important, especially if you're a CELTA student right now and you want to make sure that you have presented perfectly. So you are going to say where is the stress on the sentences, which is the pronunciation. And usually for negative form, it's gonna be on the negative word that we have got. So like, I have never been to China. I have never been to China. This is the pronunciation part. So let's go through the control practice. Always our stage is when we have the lesson plan and when we have taught, we have to make sure that they have got an activity to do in the classroom. So we are going to start with control practice. Control practice is usually designed to be useful and easy. Like, we are going to have complete the gaps. This is the one that is easy. They just need to fill in the gaps with 1 or 2 words. So this is the one that I usually use it in my classes. I just give them to each student. Please don't give 1 to 2 students, because all the time they are going to start this stage individually, and then you can put them in pair for the pair check, and then always whole class feedback. So they're gonna do it, like give them 3 minutes, and you can just have monitoring. If they needed help, you can help them, and you can just have distant monitoring. Don't need to give the answers all the time. Let them to have some challenges, and you just monitor them. And then when they are done, you can ask them to check together, and then you can have whole class feedback. For example, number 1, John, what do you think about number 1? What do you think, Sarah, about number 2? And then each for 1 student. So, semi-control practice is usually designed to challenge the students more. Um, so, I'm gonna show you my own semi-control practice that I have designed, and you can show it also, you can present it in your class as well. I have also put that in my website. You can download it for free and you don't need to make it on your own. So this one is let's practice, and then you're going to show these pictures to them. As you can see, this stage they are freer to enjoy whatever they want to write. So you can ask them to make some sentences. So as you can see, you have got two negatives. You can explain that you have got two negatives. You are going to write this sentence with they and use try, and then for this one positive sentence, it depends on which student has been to Germany. And about this one, negative sentence for girl, and they're gonna do it again individually, and then you are going to put them in pair for pair check, and then whole class feedback will be followed always. And always when we are done with control practice, semi-control practice, we are going to have freer practice. My freer practice for present perfect about experience is very fascinating. And if you want to see this idea behind this activity is taken from Ellen Show, and if you want to see how do we play it in the classroom, I have made another video for this one and you can find it in my channel. It is the best one, I would say. And if you want to enjoy this amazing activity in your class, make sure that you have watched it. And also I have this material in my website that you can download it for free. And for the last stage, we have got delayed feedback. So delayed feedback, because this activity is designed for the students to let them speak with the language that we have taught them. So they are going to talk and you are going to make some notes for the delayed feedback, and when they are done, you are going to write some correct and incorrect sentences that they have made, and you're gonna wrap up the session with correcting their sentence. You can ask them to help you with correcting the sentences. I hope that this lesson plan was helpful for you. I have enjoyed it. I have been using this lesson plan since 2018 and I have been enjoying that. I hope to see you in my next video. Goodbye.